Pantone Color of the Year being white, Cloud Dancer specifically, is diabolical. And let me just tell you about this from like the lens of somebody that used to work in design PR. Like this is a head scratcher for me, okay? So basically what typically happens if you represent a product company, also an interior designer as well, but specifically more a product company in the design world, is when the Pantone Color of the Year is released, you go through your product roster and you go, okay, which of these products are close to the Pantone Color of the Year? And then you start pitching roundups or to writers that typically put together roundups of products and say, hey, these are XYZ companies' products that are aligned with the color of the year for any like roundups you're working on, right? Now these roundups, typically online, but sometimes in print, are classics, which is why companies like Benjamin Moore and Sherwin-Williams see them as really good marketing plays and release their own colors of the year at different points throughout the year, right? Because again, the article will read something like Benjamin Moore color of the year and then a roundup below of all the different products. It's good for everyone, okay? It gives an opportunity for press across the board. So anyways, here's the thing with this particular color. Think about the color of a magazine page, typically white. I'm talking about editorial. I'm not talking about like ads in there, right? For like Cartier being red or something like that. Then think about like online too, which is where most of these typically live in like a roundup style, right? Well, a website page is most of the time white. So, okay, then here's another element of this, is the images that will be requested by the editors are silo shots. So think about white silo shots of products on a white background. Are you gonna see any of those products? No, which is why typically when you see like roundup stories, even if like white is a color offering for a particular product line, you're not seeing it as much because you wouldn't see it on the page. It doesn't stand out. It does nothing visually. It doesn't bring anyone in, and it definitely doesn't sell the product, which realistically is the goal of it all, right? Showing what's trending, showing therefore like what you might want to buy to be on trend, all of those different things. So to pick as Pantone, knowing how much is attached to the editorial and therefore also to like then the sales for all these other design companies out there when they're pitching like these roundups and whatever is wild. It's absolutely wild, because what editor honestly like is going to be able to do anything with a bunch of white silo pictures that they have to put on a white background? Crazy. Anyways, I also think recession indicator, just saying. Wild choice. And I have some other thoughts, but seriously, just even from the PR alone, what a horrendous choice for color of the year. Yeah. So I'll be curious to see what Benjamin Moore and Sherwin-Williams put out, and if any other companies decide to do a color of the year program. It would actually be kind of smart marketing as a counter.